We've seen lots of investor interest, deals being done in the last 12 months within the hostel and budget travel space. We're here at the IHIF2015 in Berlin to catch up on all the latest news. Follow me. Tell me more about the Yaz lifestyle economy brand.
Piers, it's very simple. The lifestyle economy brand in Africa, it's Yaz. Why? We thought about 2 or 3 years ago that it was a demand in this sector, meaning the low level, entry level in sub-Saharan Africa. There is a lack of inventory in this sector. Only 5% of hotels are branded in Africa. This is a key statement. Secondly, when we check all the inventory today from Dakar, Senegal to Ethiopia, you see that there is a lack of offer versus the demand. Then we took the direction to launch a new concept, very dynamic, very designed, not so big, 80 rooms, 120 rooms, this is the average, and to enter in a new demanding market, new city center, like the one we'll open soon in September with 90 rooms in Almadi's district, which is very close to the airport and next door to the city.
So what defines the Yaz brand?
Yaz is vibrant, it's very dynamic, it's cool, you feel at home, it's full technology, for sure Wi-Fi, but more you feel very connected. We have a social table in the lobby with 14 tablets. It's full including in terms of breakfast, services and so on, that you pay more attention to relax, to refresh and to make a good stay. We want to create a new way of thinking the hotellery in the entry-level sector and to offer a full design. The design that you like to get at home, we provide you in Africa.
As we've seen some significant institutional investment in the hostel and hybrid hotel sector recently, both for yourselves and Generator.
Yes.
Where do you think the sector is in terms of institutional interest and what do you see happening in the next couple of years in terms of investment?
It's a good question, George, and thanks for having me here. I think it's a very good sign also what's going to happen, especially in the hostel and in the budget hotel sector at this moment. There's quite some large institutional interest in investing into sectors like those, especially also into mining. You mentioned it also, it's about Generator, which of course I'm not going to comment on that one too much in that respect, but also with us, with mining. We actually also decided to go to investors and ask for partnerships about a year, 1.5 years ago, shortly after we took over the company, the mining company, and we had some huge interest actually. And finally, you mentioned it already before also. In the end, we could even more or less pick it also and see who fits best actually to our concept as well. And as you know, by the end of last year, we signed a partnership agreement with Foncière de Mur, which is a subsidiary company of Foncière de Region, a listed company, where we agreed a partnership for an investment of up to 400 million euros into mining, the mining concept. And I think this is a great sign also because Foncière de Mur and Foncière de Region are quite known investors. It's one of the largest institutional investors in the hotel sector.
Yeah.
And it also shows exactly how interested they are actually to diversify their investment and going into we call it the quote budget unquote hotel sector as well. So I see a huge demand coming into it as well. Yeah.
So my next question is, how are you going to spend that 400 million? What have you got in the pipeline?
Which is good because I'm partially responsible for spending that money and hopefully in a senseful way. I mean, we have a very clear strategic goal and outlook with mining. This is also what we had already before we actually took over mining as well. And this is a heavy growth in Europe. Europe is our focus. We have at the moment 16 hotels, and in that one we have a bit more than 2,000 rooms, and here comes the specific of mining already, and we have a little bit more than 7,000 beds, because mining is that hybrid version of hotel with some hostel factors in it, and our plan is actually to triple our bed and room capacity by 2019-2020. So in that respect, we have some very clear targets. We have some hotel already in London, but London is a very important market for us as well as Paris, Madrid, Barcelona, where we have no hotels at the moment. So we are just under negotiation also in Barcelona as we are speaking for two potential hotels there. And we also have some existing hotels, for example, in Amsterdam. We signed a new deal in Amsterdam at Amstel Station with a very well-known developer. And we also won a tender process in Paris, which is a very important market for us as well. And are looking actually also together with our partner Foncier de Mur also for a second possibility in Paris as well. So we have quite some ambitious plans ahead for the European markets.
And outside of Europe, you mentioned.
Yes, good to ask. Of course, that mining up project is a very unique project and product, and that one we also think that you can scale it up globally. So, as you're asking, yes, we are already actually putting our hands outside of the European market as well. As I said, the European market is the focus, and it's the clear focus over the next couple of years. But we started negotiations already about possible mining hotels in India, for example. That's also obvious because, to a certain extent, our ultimate shareholder is Cox & Kings. That's a publicly listed company, the largest travel agency in India, actually the oldest travel agency in the world. And we also already started also the first putting our contacts into the American markets. So identified also a couple of cities where we could expand there. That's Washington, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, San Francisco. But as I stated before, our main focus at this moment is Europe. But yes, we're already looking also outside.
Wonderful.
What do you think are the challenges within Sub-Sahara for a hotel brand like yourself?
There is no blocking points for the client guests. They need this hotel. They are waiting a kind of proposal like this. The most difficult or the main issue is to deal with local authority, to be sure that your hotel will be open on time, to secure all the admin stuff. The papers are the bureaucracy in Africa is bigger than in Europe, that you should also analyze everything, anticipate also the logistics is very important, to be sure that your container will be on time at the harbor and at the harbor to the site, that all these logistics, chain of command that you need to control to be sure that your hotel will be open on time. And this is a little bit the difference versus US and Europe.